tell them a little bit about our characters, right? I think that'd be fun. As ourselves talking about our characters. So why don't we start with my best friend Gabby here?
So Gabby is Lex's best bud. Pretty much everything that Lex does, Gabby really wants to. What?
No, you're supposed to do it not in character.
Right. Well, he's the co-director, so technically, I guess I really can say
He
so.
directs the code.
Yeah, he directs the codes. Okay, Amy.
Wait, I have a question.
Gabby.
Is this Gabby's real hair? Can I touch it?
Yes. This is Gabby's real hair.
Gabby's real hair.
Gabby's real hair. Okay.
Gabby's real hair.
Tell us about Gabby, Amy.
What do you want to know about Gabby?
Well, before this guy so rudely interrupted you, I feel like you should continue what you were saying.
Yeah, so Gabby and Lex are like pretty close friends. Gabby's a little bit
Crazier.
maybe I don't know if she's crazier, but she's
Spacey
a
guy?
little bit spacey. She's a little bit gullible. She's in love with Fernando.
We all are.
Well, who isn't? Fernando.
Oh yeah, the doctor's in love with Fernando too.
Yeah, Fernando's quite popular. And yeah, she just wants to back Lex up. Kind of no matter what Lex wants to do, she's ready to go full force, even if she doesn't know what's going on, which is most of the time.
There was actually something funny when Amy and I were talking. Well, I'll just quick talk about Lex. So Lex is, I guess, if you were, it's kind of like she's a little bossy. She's a little.
This is understatement.
She's a little controlling, but she's not. She's mean, and she doesn't try to be. Like she's like mean, but doesn't realize it sometimes. She definitely thinks the world revolves around her and Gabby, and she has a boyfriend who's not here at the moment, or is he?
The elephant in the room.
But yeah, so Lex kind of is usually the one driving the car. But the funny thing about it is, as you watch the show, you'll realize that Gabby actually has a lot more influence and makes a lot of good suggestions. She's good ideas, and it's like, but you don't really realize it. The way that it's written, it's kind of funny because Gabby's a lot more in control than you think. Like on the surface, it looks like Lex is in control. Gabby follows her, but really, Gabby
has some good suggestions, but nobody listens to them.
But we do.
Eventually, but at first.
Gabby really likes Dick and wants Dick, and then Lex isn't sure about Dick, but then she jumps on board. Yeah.
Which we didn't have any double entendres in this show at all.
Not at all.
We're very
Triple entendre.
This is a
Quadruple
very
entendres.
serious show.
It's just the realization that you come to that eventually you need Dick.
Yeah.
Dick,
Everybody
Dick's
needs
important.
Dick in their show, or
Lives.
in the room,
Or in their lives.
in their lives.
The real moral struggle that we're focusing on.
That is. That's actually
That is it. Yeah,
the underlying whole entire story is everybody needs Dick.
Needs a Dick in their life.
And speaking of how serious this show is, I think we should talk about the doctor. I think we should go there next.
Dr. Moira Pustine is very serious, seriously involved in medical experiments that, are probably ahead of her time, probably ahead of everyone here's their time. So, I think that you have been prescient in creating this show because 20 years from now, it'll seem like totally normal.
Oh my god, that's true. Oh my god. Yeah, there's a lot. When writing this show, I definitely made sure I had specific medical terms. I did lots of research on everything, and me and Michelle worked really hard with our medical books. And
Right, and pronunciation correct,
yes.
correct, and yes, and even when shadowed some doctor
Yes.
students, on their rounds with crazy people, and
So you got
I
thrown
got to
out.
peer inside a person's brain. It's
Yep.
really cool.
Yep, worked
Got to
really
see
hard.
them make their neuronal connections.
That's a
Is
word.
that a real word?
That's
that
a
a
neuronal connection.
Yes. I'm a doctor. I
That's
played
right.
one.
I played one.
I don't on TV. I have a question for you, Michelle, as we're
Yeah.
going around the room. How did you get into character for the doctor? Because it was amazing to to me was to watch you, because you would come in, Michelle, and you would like put on your coat, and then you'd walk onto the set, and it would just be like I was just like, oh my god, because you just turned it on, and she's a very unique and interesting character, and probably one of my favorites on the show.
Yeah, I really like her too. I don't know. I guess I'm channeling like parts of my grandmother, who's a little out there. Parts of my parts of my sister. Like I won't say which one.
Will they know which one?
And I've also done a lot of standardized patient work where I had to interact with doctors. So maybe that helped.
There you go.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like her. Really like that character. I think there's a lot of secrets to her that I was playing with. That she had many secrets about different things. So, and everything was a secret, and I just love that. I love that.
Yeah,
I love improv, and you allowed us to improv a lot. And
No way. You guys have to stick to the script.
Yeah.
Stick to the script.
She
You look
was-
the wrong
she
way.
was
You're supposed to look
mammoth
right.
on the script.
Look right.
Right.
I think one of the scripts was just beginning and then the blank pages in the end.
Yeah. I actually didn't write anything. They just showed up and just, killed it. So there's that. Let's continue with the medical staff. Let's talk Olivia.
Olivia.
This is Nurse Bolivia.
Nurse. As a nurse, that was pretty much all of my life, which is very true to real life nurses too. She really doesn't have a outside of her work life, but she gives it all to the patients and tries to help the doctor as much as she can until she realizes there's something a little off with the doctor. Just a tad.
Just a tad.
No, she is there for the patients, or at least thinks she's there as much as she can. And her only other companion is her bearded dragon, Jiminy.
And I think what's interesting is Olivia's character is, I think I'm correct when I say this, is pretty much the only, she's the most normal, and she has no secrets. She's like the only character who doesn't have secrets.
She's a stable force.
She's
for
very,
the show.
she's very straightforward and very just
And she's genuine, I think.
very
I think
genuine,
She actually cares about everybody that she's taking care of.
yes.
And she has a good heart.
Yep. Yep.
She's definitely a caretaker.
She is a caretaker.
She's very interested in making sure.
Right. And then she kind of turns
everyone's
into a
alright.
little bit of an investigator.
Yeah. Then she starts trying to figure things out.
So that'll be an interesting first season too.
So is it fair to say she could be? She takes the place of the audience watching.
Yes, that's exactly. Yeah.
It's an insane idea.
Well,
This show through my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Don't mind me.
Just making sure. Just
Snag a look at it.
we don't have a cameraman here.
Low budget, low
Or
budget.
woman. No, we need everybody on. We need everybody on set. So that's why everyone is on this side of the camera, which is very rare. Okay, let's talk.
About Fernando.
there's
Fernando.
Fernando.
Oh man, there's so many choices I could have made with Fernando, but being a mental health facility, I figured not to make him too over the top. So I wanted him to really play under all that craziness and make him this really nice guy, but he's a sexual deviant. And he's not a predator, but he just doesn't care. He'd sleep with the elephant in the room if he could. And I feel like Allison's character levels him. She brings him down. He's stable when he's around her.
But you're
when he's
making,
around the
you're making,
patients.
but you
With
kind of
elephants,
are
oh my
making
God.
him sound like a predator. Let's
But he's-
clarify.
Well,
No, he's not a predator.
He's not a predator, but
He-
he doesn't see anything wrong with.
Well, you do.
With what? Sleeping with patients?
If he likes,
How many patients did he sleep with?
That's the big question.
Episode 8.
But
nobody sleeps with anybody
yeah,
on camera.
Oh, no. Right.
It's a season 2.
That's a good show.
something.
Now Fernando's a sexual deviant. He's not a sexual
Well,
deviant.
in my,
But he plays well on TV.
Obviously, we discussed this before we shot the
that
series.
was a choice I gave him in his head. To
I
give
mean,
him, like, I didn't want him to just be a nice guy,
That's a
so I had to
choice.
give him one
it's
flaw.
a secret choice you
Yeah, I had to give
made.
him like a flaw.
Okay.
Secret
to
choice.
make
It's a
it-
secret choice. Okay, yeah, because
Well,
I'm just saying the director,
Yeah.
when when we discussed it. But yeah, it's fine. It's your secret choice. That's
Yeah,
okay.
well,
You
it's
can
no
have
longer
you
secret.
can have
Secret
secrets.
choice. Get it out of
The
the
secret
Yeah,
choice
it's
is
out.
sexual deviant. That's
Yeah,
it.
secret choice is
Secret
sexual
choice.
deviant.
Now everyone knows.
But
That
I mean, they
Fernando.
have a little bit of a love, like, will they, won't they, love story between Gabby and Fernie. Gabby loves Fernie. Fernie likes Gabby in a genuine way, but like, yeah, he'd date her if they were outside of this. So there's definitely a struggle for Fernando throughout the season because he's trying to keep.
Fernando loves his freedom. And he's afraid
Yeah.
he's going to end up a patient. if
Yeah.
he continues this
Ah.
relationship.
Yes. So
Right.
Fernando has to dance around that relationship throughout the season.
Because the doctor is lurking.
Oh, and let's talk about the doctor also loves. Now, if I want to say sexual deviant, I would say the doctor is almost like that towards Fernando because she definitely tries to seduce him or control him. Like the doctor can. Let's talk about how the doctor controls people.
Well, I mean, one person could say control, another the doctor could say keeping the world order going.
The world order.
She knows Fernando's a freak, so she's trying to get the freak out of him. But then
She is something. She clearly has something
You know how
over
I
his
see
head.
it? I see it more like a beautiful flower coming into view, and it's my obligation to pluck it. That's how I see it.
That's a good one. Let's not forget about Dick.
Yeah, yeah.
How can we forget
How
about
could I
Dick?
forget about it?
So I always complain that I never get roles where I get to be a sexual deviant. But yet I play Dick. So
He's the butt of every
the butt
joke.
of every joke. The butt of every.
Yeah,
Hold on,
yeah,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. Butt of every joke. To get in the character, I also channeled Michelle's grandmother.
You did what to her?
Hold on.
Thursday night.
You missed me. There we go. I was a little late on the. Dick, his name's Richard Sprinkles. Dick Sprinkles. There's no meaning there, is it? Dick Sprinkles. No.
Dick Sprinkles.
It's a German name, probably.
Dick.
He's delusional.
To say the
Is
least.
he?
To say the least.
How did
yeah.
that happen? How did he?
Oh yeah. You
What
can
happened in his life?
Yeah. Why is Dick currently in the mental facility? I guess would be a good question.
Because he always wasn't there, right?
No, I think from birth they put him right. They flew him to.
I just knew all this.
He does talk about it in his monologue
I
in
do.
the show. Yeah.
There he does. No. Yeah, he's a hoarder. I think he had a problem with family and other things. But no, it's a fun character. It's a lot of fun. A fun crew and cast. The crew, one person crew. Oh, Dave too.
I mean,
He did it all.
Gina did everything.
we all were just there,
Yeah, we just.
taking up
I actually
space.
played every role, and it's all just me.
Yeah. So.
Sheena
Oh,
show.
and camera guy Jay Miller. He's not here.
Oh
Jay-
yeah,
Jay-
Jay.
Jay-
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay.
Jay, we miss you.
And we had a bunch of pretty cool actors come on for
Yeah.
an episode or two.
Yeah, we had.
Crystal.
They actually
Matt.
span over 3 episodes, and all of our actors get pretty decent cameos.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome because Gabby and Lex hold auditions and for a new manager at a mental facility. So you imagine how that goes.
And Melissa O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Melissa
who's also-
O'Donnell, yeah.
And Tammy.
Oh, Tamara Eldridge.
Yeah.
Who
And
else? Crystal
Val.
Ann Griffin.
And Val.
Val McAdoo. She plays Shelly Sakya.
Who was the lady that played that you were interviewed you or something at the desk in that one room at the
Oh, Monica.
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 Jump cut.
Monica. Boom. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so we had a lot of great guests. Oh, Nanner is played by Anthony Scanish. Is that how you pronounce his last name?
In manner.
It was made in China.
He couldn't make it today. He also wanted to be here, so him and Jay weren't unable to make it, unfortunately.
We're gonna have to stalk them later.
Yeah, I'll be stalking you. Gabby's familiar with that.
He's got these
Really good.
hilarious moments.
Really good
where
at
he's just,
stalking.
Like,
Gabby might-
eating,
Yeah.
but he's like
Oh, yeah.
paying attention to what everybody's
Oh,
doing.
yeah.
And it's just, everything's in his
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, he's
It's
got
just
like the.
it's
He
hilarious.
has probably some of the best reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you when you watch the show, you definitely like it's like I didn't notice all his reactions until I kept watching it
Yeah.
and watching it and watching it. Obviously, Danny's probably in the same boat. But you start to pick up. You're like, oh my god, look at what he did there. Like it's just so good that he reacts to every word. He hangs on our every word. He reacts to our every word, and every once in a while he gives us like a really great idea.
Mm-hmm.
But his react for an actor to be able to have such a little amount of lines and still be such a prominent character is pretty amazing. And so he did a great job with that.
And two people who were really the henchmen,
Oh yeah,
Danny and Manny.
Manny and Danny. Yeah.
Yeah.
they were fantastic.
Oh yeah, Michelle's henchman.
Yeah, of course.
Manny Merites and Danny Plaza.
Yeah.
That was fun. I
That
was
was
watching
fun.
that
was fun.
scene.
We channeled the Three Stooges for that one.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
great.
absolutely.
Yeah.